In lesson 2, we're going to be showing the students how to set up on their classroom set at their desks these equations. So this first one I have 2a equals a plus 3. And what will it look like for them? And I always tell my students to say it out loud while they're doing it. And I always have them say, on one side you have, and on the other side you have. And what I'm doing is reinforcing this concept that we have a perfect balance scale, that we have the same on both sides. Just like when we're solving equations in algebra, traditionally, we'll draw this line down the middle to represent the balanced equation. So what will this look like? What they're going to do is grab two blue pawns, and as they're setting this on the scale, they're going to say, on one side, you have two A's, and on the other side, you have 1A and a 3. Now, notice how I said 1A, not just A. And I always tell my students to say the number of how many A's you have, and that's to reinforce this concept of what a coefficient is. So the vocabulary looks like this, right? What is a coefficient versus a constant? And it really helps to see this invisible one here, right? That coefficient with an invisible one. But when they see that one blue pawn, it's easier to understand why I have that one there. And what that 2 really represents is not the number 2, but it's the two blue pawns that I have. And then when I'm talking about constants, I know it's a number that doesn't have a variable. And to reinforce this constantly with your students, have them say it and you say it, really helps further down the road when you're talking with them. So let's go ahead and look at what problem 2 looks like, right? I have b plus 4 equals 3b. And what they're going to be saying is, on one side, you have 1b and a 4, and on the other side, you have 3 b's. And I would encourage you to bring students up in the front of the classroom on your teacher set and say these things out loud. It encourages them to see how this is done. Let's go ahead and take a look at problem 3, and we'll be done with lesson 2. Problem 3 is a little harder. 4 plus c equals 2c plus 3. And the way they're going to say it is, on one side you have a 4 and 1c, and on the other side you have 2 c's and a 3. Now, when they solve this, again, you're going to be doing just the same as before, that trial and error, right? And so this one gets a little tricky. And again, I would encourage you to just like, if they can't figure it out, start with 1, then go to 2, then go to 3. But as someone figures it out, have them explain you. So like, could it be a 1? Well, 4 plus 1 is 5. 3 plus 1 plus 1 is 5. Oh, well, it looks like, yeah, it looks like that the c equals 1, because 4 plus 1 equals 5, and 1 plus 1 plus 3 equals 5. So lesson 2, again, after you set it up, all of the solving is just done by trial and error. And that ends lesson 2. Thank you.